I was just wondering what you guys were kind of doing before you came into the cafe, what you're planning to do afterwards.
We went down to the painters and decorators down there, picked up some tools, and then we're going to go back to the job and we're going to carry on sanding the floor.
Where are you working at?
About a mile that way.
Oh, okay. On the house or just...
House,
yeah. Like, do you come in here regularly at all?
No.
No, you've never been in before?
I think you've been in before.
I've been in before. I've been here 2 years ago. I've got a few weeks when I was working a job around the corner.
Don't eat much then, do you?
Yeah.
No, I'm giving up eating. But yeah, no, what?
Just, yeah, so does it become kind of like a regular place for you to...
No, we never get a regular place.
No?
You have to find what's closest to where you're working.
Yeah, wherever you can get the growth.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
And then do you like, when you come into places like this, do you become like a regular for a week or so while you're working?
Depends how long the job is. I mean, we'll probably come in here tomorrow if we're... Yeah, I mean, if we're here 2 or 3 days, we'll probably use the same cafe, unless it's crap and then we've got somewhere else. But usually, after a while of being in a 10-mile radius or wherever, you usually know where the cafes are.
Yeah.
You get used to it, don't you?
Find good ones.
Yeah.
Basically,
yeah. If you don't like it the first time, you don't go back in there. No. Most cafes are pretty decent these days, though, aren't they, for what you pay?
Yeah.
You pay £4 or £4.50 for breakfast, you know what you're getting. It's not a Savoy, is it?
Not a bad deal, though.
No, not really.
Can't go too wrong with bacon.
No, not really.
And do you see it, is it just kind of a place coming at food, or do you see it as like a social place where you come and spend time? And...
Just food.
No, it's just food.
We don't socialise. No, it's just food.
It's only social. You've got more than one person in the group of people you're working with. But no.
No, nothing more than that. Okay.
You very rarely talk to other people in a camp.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all isolated, it's insular.
Yeah, you find it feel uncomfortable like going over.
Well, no, you're just with your own thing, haven't you? You've got X time to eat, back to work.
It's London. People don't talk to each other in London.
Yeah. Everyone remains
not much anyway, unless they're doing surveys.
Yeah. And recording it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright. Well, I will leave you to your coffee. Thank you very much. That's good. I am, yeah.
Which year are you in?
I'm first year fine art.
Very good.
Cafe.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you? So, where do you work in the studio?
I'm the course director for the Master's Programme in Art and Science.
Oh wow!
So,
okay.
There we go. I work in Eltham Studios just across the
wow! Okay. Well, it's very nice to meet you.
And
I'm very sorry to bother you. I'm Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Yeah.
Good. Yep.
Yeah. I was just wondering what you were doing before you kind of entered the cafe.
Well, I was attempting to teach the students.
Attempting.
Yes. I mean, Mondays through Wednesdays are my regular teaching days, so this has been a favourite of mine. It's a nice space to come to, sort of quiet. That's quiet usually, and it's a favourite place for the staff to sort of decant to at lunchtime.
Do you come here together often?
Sometimes, yes. I mean, I happen to be going off to a meeting this afternoon, so I could have come a bit earlier. But normally it would be with my colleagues, 2 or 3 of us, sort of huddle over a baked potato or something.
Is food so good? Worth it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, I've been coming here, 10, 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's been going a long time.
Yeah. I always surprises me places like this stay open, I guess, with like the kind of
it's got a
economic
very regular
climate.
clientele, and I also know some of the local people by name.
Yeah.
There's one person who comes in, a lovely old lady called Mary, who's very much a pillar of the local establishment here.
Oh, really?
And everyone sort of comes, and they all meet Mary, hi Mary.
Oh.
So thank you very much, lovely, and so on. So it's a place that's very well patronised.
Yeah.
People working here, but also living here. I think some people come here for their regular daily meal.
Yeah.
So it's important. It's almost like an institution.
Yeah, keystone in the
establishment. And the thing is that what's amusing is at the beginning of the year, most of the students don't know this place. They might find someplace a little bit closer to the college. And then they latch onto this, and then very quickly it becomes a very lovely.
Yeah. So this specific workers' cafe.
This workers' cafe.
Because I mean, there's so many up and down the road. It's surprising.
This one's very good, and they do the best bacon and egg sandwiches.
One to have. I'm going to have to try it one day though, definitely.
Yeah.
What are you planning to do after the...
Well, I'm off to a meeting at college after this, and then hopefully home for a bit of recuperation before I come back and start all over again tomorrow.
Yeah, one of those long days.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I will leave you to your food.
Pleasure.
I was just kind of wondering what you were doing before you came into the cafe, like what you were in here?
Lunch from work.
Lunch from work. And do you come in here regularly?
Yeah, 3 times a week.
Yeah. And do you always order the same thing?
Generally, yes.
What is it that you have?
A bacon sandwich, brown sauce.
And they do good bacon sandwiches there, yeah.
Sometimes I'll have breakfast, but generally that's what.
And how come like this specific cafe out of all the ones up and down the road?
I've been working up here a while. I've tried a few different ways. Partly in my work, good service, nice food, clean, quite cheap.
Do you get to know the people working here at all?
Generally, yeah. It's generally the same girl every day here at the moment. Yeah. I've worked around here for about 12 years on and off. Well, so I work for the council, so sometimes we work at different offices. But most of the time I come in here, there's a couple of other ones, depending where you are. Yeah.
Would you ever come in like with a group of colleagues, or is it normally just on your own?
Normally just on my own.
Yeah. And do you see it as just somewhere to get food, or like somewhere you kind of take a break from everything, or like
both. Sometimes, I mean, normally I'd get a sandwich and take it back. Sometimes I'm sit in here, get my head away from the office a bit.
Yeah, and a bit like relaxed time. Yeah. And what will you do afterwards? Just head back to work, or yeah. Okay. And would you ever like have a chat with other people in here, like?
No, I mean, sometimes I meet people I know in this. I live around here as well, but generally no.
Yeah. And do you think it's kind of like an important place for the area?
Yeah, you get a lot of older people coming here, who that people know and they get looked after.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good for them. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much. Thank you. I was just wondering, kind of like, what brought you into the cafe today? Like, what you were doing beforehand, or?
I was at work.
At work.
Yes.
Do you work around here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you often come here for your lunch break, or?
Not often, but sometimes.
Sometimes. Do you like kind of see the same type of people in here a lot, or don't you get to know anyone?
Yeah, you see the similar faces. Yeah.
Yeah. And does it feel like kind of a community thing, or just it's just one of those things? It's just a cafe that you come to.
It's just a cafe.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just a quick in and out. I'm waiting for something. So.
Oh, okay. So you normally get to take away.
Yeah,
you don't
correct.
Normally.
And just take it back to work.
Can I ask what you've ordered?
I've ordered a sandwich.
Is it always the same thing, or is it?
No, it varies.
Varies. Okay. And you'll just head back to work after this. Okay. That's great. Thank you very much. So I was just wondering what you were doing before you came into the cafe today.
Oh, I had to go to the optician to see if my new glasses are ready yet.
Oh, okay.
I had an accident on the fellow just across the road there.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't have been there in the first place. So I ended up with the Whittington.
Oh, okay. And do you come in here regularly?
Yeah, well, often it's time, yeah.
Yeah. And do you tend to come in with a group of people, or just by yourself?
I really come myself,
yeah. Do you spend a lot of time in here when you're here, or do you just eat and go?
I spend a bit of time in here, and go.
Yeah. So it's not just somewhere to get food, it can be a kind of social place as well.
I suppose so.
Do you know any of the other regulars that come in at all? Or?
I think some come, yeah. I don't sit there, I don't see here much.
Yeah.
Good see her.
Yeah. Would you have conversations with them at all, or?
Not too much.
Not too much. And do you always order the same thing when you come in?
No, various different things,
yeah. And it's good food?
Yeah.
Where will you be going after?
I'm going to talk to probably up there with my landlord's head office.
Yeah.
Repairs need to be done.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. That's great, thank you. I was just wondering what you were doing before you came into the cafe today.
I was at work.
At work. Where do you work?
I'm a social worker. I work in Archway.
Oh, cool.
So, one of the big towers.
Yeah. So have you been in the area a long time?
I've lived in the area for just over a year.
Just over a year. So. And do you come in here often?
It's been a while since I've been here. Yeah. I wanted to leave the office and get away from people, so I thought, come for...
Yeah. And do you see it as kind of a social place at all, or is it just somewhere to come and get food?
Just somewhere to come and get food, I think. I mean, I live really near here as well, so I live in this road just here. Okay. So I have brought friends here before, yeah.
Yeah. And would you bring colleagues here at all, or? I
don't go for lunch with my colleagues, no. I go to the pub with them in the evening, but lunchtime I like to. You see them all day, and actually at lunch it's separate yourself.
Yeah.
Personally.
Do you always have the same thing when you come in?
No.
Or is it, no.
Different.
And Do you ever recognise faces in here? Are they kind of regular?
It's about the first time I've ever been in here. So,
okay, not so much.
No.
All right.
No.
Well, that's great. I'll leave you to it.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. Thank you so much.
No problem. So you get suntan as well.
Yeah. Like, do you come in here regularly?
Yes.
At all? Yeah. Do you see it as a kind of social place to come?
Yes.
Yeah. And what will you do? Like, what were you doing before you came in here today?
I was in church.
In church. And do you always come in for lunch, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you get to know the staff at all?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's all right. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you.